But this Laura Loomer, I don't know if you know anything about her, but I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, I want to go through the list of conspiracy theorists, but we thought this would be a good week to get the audience to know her a little better.
By denying sex to their men. It was the original Bush doctrine. Getting men to change their destructive ways by threatening to leave them, humiliate them, or cut them off in bed, it's a tale as old as time. In the ancient Greek play, Lysistrats, reason, shame, and the law. But maybe if you left him for another man, especially if that man was Mexican,
Ever wonder what happens when a comedian goes toe-to-toe with the Trump circus? Bill Maher just stepped into the ring, and boy did he come out swinging.
so far, over a dozen Republican candidates tried to stop Trump and couldn't. Hillary couldn't. Never Trumpers couldn't. Mueller couldn't. Is there anyone left who can check Donald Trump? Finally, new rule: Melania Trump must do what dozens of buildings around the world have done and take the Trump name off. So far, yes, Melania. It's not anti-feminist to say that in addition to doing everything men can do intellectually, women also have another power. The power of the ultimatum.
From Melania's fashion faux pas to Laura Loomer's QAnon quackery, Maher's takedown was so brutal it left Trump tweeting in all caps. Stick around to see how this comedic David slayed the political Goliaths. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
You know you wanna. Your unhappiness is obvious. You despise his creepy little monkey fingers touching your hand. Maybe he would implode on his own. Maybe it falls to you now, Melania. You can end this reign of terror, and all you have to do is channel your inner Taylor Swift and walk out the door. So kick him to the curb, slap away that hand for good. No more public embarrassment.
Bill Maher's been at it again, folks, and this time he's set his comedic crosshairs on none other than Melania Trump. You know, the former model turned first lady who seems to have lost her fashion mojo somewhere between the catwalk and the White House. Maher didn't pull any punches when he compared Melania's style choices to a discount store mannequin. I mean, ouch! Can you imagine being a former model and getting roasted for your fashion sense?
Okay, they're exactly like the Night King. We have tried everything, but the more we resist these two menaces, the stronger they get. They're like the Night King in Game of Thrones. Only instead of commanding an army of brain-dead zombies. But I'm telling you, cavemen like Trump and Murdoch can't handle one thing: an ego lashing. Rupert has been married 4 times, Trump 3. Some guys just can't be alone.
That's like a chef being told they can't boil water. But Maher wasn't done there. Oh no. He went on to suggest that Melania's outfits look like they were picked by a colorblind scarecrow with a grudge against fabric. Now that's an image that'll stick with you. But here's where it gets really juicy. Maher, in his infinite wisdom, wondered if maybe, just maybe, Melania's fashion disasters are actually a cry for help. Like she's trying to send us all a message through the medium of mismatched patterns and questionable color choices. Is she spelling out SOS with her scarves? Is her hat trying to tell us something in hat Morse code? The possibilities are endless.
For example, my spirit animal was eaten by Haitians. My biggest fear is immigrants taking my job as a right-wing hate-monger. As a child, I had 2 of my Bratz dolls deported. I don't hate all brown people, just the brown ones.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Maher dropped this gem. He suggested that Melania's style might actually be a clever ploy to make Donald look good in comparison. I mean, think about it. Next to Melania's bargain bin Barbie look, even Trump's ill-fitting suits and too long ties start to look almost presentable? Nah, who are we kidding? But the real kicker, the line that had everyone rolling, was when Maher said Melania was single-handedly keeping the clothes that make you look sad industry afloat. I don't know about you, but I'm picturing a warehouse full of gray, shapeless dresses and frowning mannequins, all thanks to Melania's patronage. Alright folks, buckle up, because we're shifting gears from Melania's fashion fiasco to another Trump-adjacent train wreck. Enter Laura Loomer, the self-proclaimed proud Islamophobe and conspiracy theory peddler extraordinaire. Bill Maher didn't just roast her, he barbecued her with the heat of 1,000 tinfoil hats. Maher introduced Loomer as the QAnon Queenie, which is like being crowned Miss Universe of Crazy Town. He pointed out that this lady's theories are so wild, even flat earthers are telling her to take it down a notch. I mean, when the people who think the world is as flat as a pancake think you're off your rocker, it might be time to reconsider your life choices. But wait, it gets better. Maher joked that Loomer's political career is like a dumpster fire, only with less warmth and more toxic fumes. Ouch! He's not wrong though. This is the same woman who chained herself to Twitter's headquarters to protest being banned. Talk about commitment to the crazy cause. It's like she's trying to win gold in the conspiracy Olympics, and let me tell you, she's a top contender. Maher couldn't help but wonder if Loomer's dedication to conspiracy theories is just an elaborate performance art piece gone terribly wrong. You know, like when you start a prank and it gets out of hand, but instead of stopping, you double down and end up running for Congress. Yeah, that kind of wrong. But here's where Maher really hit the nail on the head. He dubbed Loomer the conspiracy theory Barbie and joked that her tinfoil hat collection is bigger than her political support base. Now that's what I call a sick burn. It's like he's saying, hey Laura, maybe if you spent less time crafting elaborate theories and more time in reality, you might actually win an election. As Maher finished skewering Loomer like a kebab at a QAnon cookout, we could almost hear the distant sound of Trump's fingers furiously tapping away at his phone. You know what that means, folks? A Twitter tantrum was brewing. And let me tell you, when Trump gets his tiny hands on that keyboard, it's like watching a toddler play whack-a-mole with the English language. Well folks, it looks like Bill Maher just dropped the mic on Trump and his gang. The comedian's roast was so hot, it could have melted all the tinfoil hats in QAnon land. Trump's probably sitting in his golden tower right now, typing away with those tiny fingers of his, trying to come up with a comeback that doesn't sound like it came from a grumpy toddler. But here's the thing, while we're all laughing at Maher's zingers, there's a bigger picture here. It's like Maher just held up a giant mirror to the circus that is Trump's world, and boy, is it a funhouse reflection. From Melania's fashion disasters to Loomer's conspiracy theories, Maher showed us just how bonkers things have gotten.